Welcome back to my corner of the internet, guys. I am the Lucid Dream, and today's video is going to be a student of Chille DeCastro. He's got the Trifold to prove it, so it's going to be good. First and foremost, thank you to all of my channel members and subscribers. Without you, I would not be here. So as always, every day, thank you. Let's go ahead and get into it.
So, for context, I flipped this guy off. I flipped this state patrol off. He's coming up right now.
Hey there.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. State patrol.
Yeah.
You know we're being audio and video recorded.
Yeah, you too.
All right, perfect.
I'm
All right,
trying
so
to
the
figure
reason I
out.
stopped you today is,
Yeah.
well, A, you used an improper hand signal out of your car. You know the hand signals that you're taught in driver's ed?
No. I flipped you off.
Oh, you flipped me off? Oh.
Yeah.
And then you can't have tinted tail lights.
I can't have tinted tail lights. Can you show me the RCW for that?
I can. Can I have your license, registration, proof
Of course you can. Oh, this is perfect. Oh my goodness. You're a state trooper, right?
I am.
Awesome. Oh man. That's my temporary, and here, let me get you mine. This is perfect, man. Oh, no, wrong one. Well, that's my registration.
Perfect.
Let me get my... Here it is. Here's my insurance.
Perfect. This is expired in 2023. Do you have a new one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, there it is. That one?
That one expired.
So you believe that I gave you an improper hand signal? Or did you clearly see that I gave you a middle finger?
I'm sorry?
Did you clearly see my hand?
Did I clearly see your
Yeah, will your dash cam have it?
Maybe.
Perfect.
So,
Perfect.
but you can't have tinted taillights as well. So.
Okay. I'd like to see the RCW on that. So when you bring my ticket, can you bring that?
Yeah, I will.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right.
So this might be a little bit of judging a book by its cover, but I don't think so, just because it's more instinct and the evaluation of the entire package. But do you know when you look at someone and you automatically know douchebag incoming? That's this guy. Surrounded by aura of douche. That is what this guy says to me without even speaking. Now, when the officer first walks up, he seems genuinely confused what the guy is talking about when it comes to the hand signal. He may have seen him flip him off. He may have not. The problem is we have no way of knowing because the only part of the interaction we have is this one. We have no context prior to that. Now, I am actually going to try and get this body cam footage or dash cam footage because I am incredibly curious.
All right. Well, let me know when your mom pulls up your insurance for
Yeah,
it, okay?
gotcha. I'll give you a middle finger again.
Okay.
Whenever, because I flipped them off like straight up, and now he's saying that I have tinted taillights and that's illegal. Alrighty, I'll just beat it in court, man. No worries. All good. Hey, thank you, delete boss. No worries. Obviously, this guy's a tyrant, and he's obviously retaliatory. He's a retaliatory stop. He's mad I flipped him off. So, here we are. I'm gonna make sure I get his name and badge number. So here I am. I'm waiting for him to write me my ticket. As I'm flipping him off, he told me to signal him whenever I have my my insurance ready, and I have it ready. Tyranny in America's real, man. You can't make this up. You really can't make this up. It's obviously a retaliatory stop. He's not going to admit that, but I have it on camera and he has it on dash. So he has it clearly on dash. The first thing he said was improper hand signal.
No, actually, the first thing this officer said in regard to the hand signal was, do you remember what they taught you in driver's ed? Now, I'm going to break this down to show you exactly how stupid this kid is. I don't have any crayons. He would just eat them anyway, but we're going to try. Now, couple things. The fact the officer asked him if he remembers what he learned in driver's ed is a pretty good indication that he thought he was trying to use a physical signal. Now, the reason that physical signals are taught and the reason that physical signals are still occasionally used is because you use hand signals when driving if your lights are broken or faulty. Your brake lights and your turning lights. So this officer, seeing this dumbass with his arm out the window, what is the first thing he's going to look at? Could it possibly be the brake lights and see that they are tinted? Logic, well, it exists. Seeing that the brake lights were tinted, he pulled this jackass over. But no, we have, of course, another douchebag who wants to whine about tyranny because he wants to play victim. So there has to be tyranny, when he doesn't even know what the meaning of the word tyranny is, with his iPhone and his curly hair and his earring. Give me a fucking break.
So it's obvious that he meant my middle finger. This. It's not funny. Because at the end of the day, he is violating my rights, and I still have to go to court, and I'm going to have to contest this, and big ordeal. So we'll figure this out. And right now, the reason he's taking so long is because he's trying to look up the false-ass law that he's come up with to try to pull me over. The 6 months did not do it for him, man. 6 months is not enough. I honestly believe 6 months is not enough to become a police officer. Get a degree, bro. Get a law degree. Not only that, they should have on civil rights, because this is ridiculous. Retaliatory. I can't flip a off without getting pulled over for some bullshit. Get the fuck out of here, dude. That's ridiculous. And he knows it. He has a fucking smile on his face the entire time. It's not rocket science. They're not dumb, okay? They're servants. They're public servants. They know what they're doing. They know what they're serving. They know that they could be actually catching out there, but instead to choose to fuck with me. So be it. I'll see you in court, buddy. Fucking lackluster. Look up On Your Oath. Look up the civil rights lawyer. Like, bro, there's instances every single day of cops violating people's rights, and people do nothing about it. You have to go through the court system, which will take 4 years of your fucking time, of your money, to finally get justice, to finally get a case dismissed. Get the dude, like, that's ridiculous. Excuse my language. And it's just what we have to deal with. That's the state we're in. That's literally the state that we're in.
I can tell you a couple of things about this guy without even having to look him up. First up, he has multiple traffic infractions, which if you ask him, he will tell you that none of them were his fault. Secondly, he still lives at home with mommy and daddy. That's why mommy had to send him his insurance. Thirdly, because he has multiple traffic infractions, none of which are his fault, he has an unreasonable distaste for police officers. He starts watching channels like Chille DeCastro, lackluster, and that distaste increases to the point where one very beautiful day, he sticks his dumbass arm out the window to flip off an officer for absolutely no reason other than to be a douchebag, and gets pulled over when the officer notices that he has tinted brake lights. Now, he can whine and complain all he wants, but the very truth of the matter is he does not know the difference between a civil right and a civil liberty. He is one of these morons. By whining and complaining about the smallest things is really, really hurting the chances of really seeing corruption when it does happen, because it does. There are instances of police corruption. There are instances of corruption in the government, because our government, our police are filled with people, and people can be corrupt. But when all the focus is on petty bullshit like this that doesn't actually exist, it clouds the issue so much more. And it does nothing, absolutely nothing, for accountability.
Is that you can't regress your grievances to the government without being retaliated against. And that's what's happening right now. So it's been around, 10 minutes. He's still getting the information. Still getting whatever he needs to do whatever he's doing. It's whatever, man. As you guys can see, I'm not armed or dangerous. Nothing on my waist. Nothing illegal.
I'll see the license back for you, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
So this is the WAC right here, okay?
Yeah.
So the WAC states the addition of any aftermarket style. Other features such as tinted plastic, glass covers, grill slotted covers, blah, 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 which impair the effectiveness of the lighting equipment required.
Wait.
All right.
Read the entire thing, man. Just the front.
You can read through it, okay?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So,
perfect.
All right.
Yeah. So why'd you pull me over?
And then this is the RCW for tail lamps.
Okay. So why'd you pull me over?
I told you have tinted license plate covers as well as improper hand signal.
Improper hand signal. What was that? What was that hand signal?
Your tinted tail lights.
And what was that hand signal?
What?
This isn't a retaliatory stop, right?
No.
Oh, you sure about that?
I've stopped people for tinted license or tinted tail lights before.
But that's not what you said the first thing.
I told you can stop people for more than one reason.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Can you have more than one violation?
Definitely was not. It definitely was for the middle finger, dude. But you're just saying that just so I can take you to court.
I'm sorry?
It's fine. It's fine, man. I'm just gonna take you to court.
Whatever. So here's the black tail lights, sleek and legal. Here's a news article for you.
Perfect.
Okay.
A news article. It's gonna prove everything. Yeah.
What?
Nothing. Just
so here's the news article that explains how it's actually a violation of three separate RCWs.
Just hand it over.
So there's a news article for you.
Thank you.
Here's these documents back for you. Did you have proof of your insurance?
Yep.
Make sure to sign your registration because that's technically a $136 ticket to not sign your registration.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
I'm not writing you for that today.
Okay.
You got 30 days, 4 options here. Read through this, fill this out. You can mail it in or you can handle it online, okay?
Yep. See you in court, man.
Oh, how do you fit so much douche into one video? Like, it's almost shocking that he even fits in the car with the miasma surrounding him. I guess it's gotta be expected from somebody who would spend $25 on an destructible Trifold to keep in their car. Another indication that he probably has multiple moving violations is because who else is going to put that damn thing in their car? Except someone who has had interactions with police before. You know, conspiracy theory allegedly, I think he posted this to try and go viral. He posted it and then tagged all of his favorite anti-police creators, desperately hoping someone would pick it up and that someone would notice him. But this is pathetic. Like, seriously and truly pathetic how badly he keeps trying to push this narrative that the police pulled him over for flipping him off, when in fact, the officer doesn't give a shit. He's not giving him a hard time. He's not doing anything even remotely looking like he is retaliating against him. Again, stick your arm out the window. The first place someone is going to look is your brake lights. When they look at your brake lights and see you have tinted brake light covers, which are against the law, you're going to get pulled over. That is fact. That is logic. That is critical thinking. Why is this lacking in society today?
Pulled me over for defective tail lamps. What's defective about these tail lamps, man? Exactly.
So he's being incredibly disingenuous here, trying to indicate that the officer pulled him over for defective tail lamps. That is not what he was pulled over for. He was pulled over for tinted tail light covers. The officer says it multiple times. He even mentions, if you listen closely, that his tail light covers are tinted black.
So here's the black tail lights, sleek and legal. Here's a news article for you.
Now, the reason he is showing you this in the dark with his tail lights on is because you cannot see the tint right now. All you see is the red from the light itself. But in the daylight, you would be able to see that those tail light covers are tinted black. Again, narrative. That's all it is. He needs a reason to cry victim. Because there is no tyranny if he is at fault, which he is at fault. And it's just sad. It's pathetic. So he actually made a response video to another creator that called him out on this BS, and the response is almost as funny as the original video.
Good evening, bootleggers. I've read your comments. I've read your little spiels. I read your nonsense. I read some of you guys that are actually, intelligent and actually understand that it is by rights, at stake. I appreciate you guys for the views. I appreciate you guys for the shares, for the comments. Not only are you guys giving the video awareness, but, you guys, obviously the wrong people got a hold of the video, but at the end of the day, I know I did right. And I know I didn't break the law. So I will win in court. I got affidavits, I got video proof, I got letters, I got a ton of things to help my case. Honestly, I'm not gonna 100% say that I will win, because I don't know what judge I am gonna get. I do know who the judge name is, but I obviously won't reveal that or anything about the court, because you guys are a little, little rats. But
I really don't know what he thinks withholding the judge's name is going to do. I already have a FOIA request in for the dash cam footage and the body cam footage, if there is any. And from there, I will have a case number. With that case number, I can find him on the court docket. I will have all the court paperwork. I don't need the judge's name. So his claims of having affidavits and all this paperwork to prove his case, it obviously is bullshit, but it's going to be very easily disprovable bullshit here very soon. Because keep in mind, again, this is still just a traffic ticket this moron is throwing a fit about. A well-deserved traffic ticket because he did indeed break the law. He has black tint on his taillight covers, which is against Washington state law. Again, no accountability. So this is someone who wants to play victim, who wants and needs the government to be tyrannical so he can cry and whine and scream about how he is not allowed to do what he wants. Sad day.
But anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update that yes, I did delete the comments. First off, I didn't even realize that I could remove the comments. Like, it's like Instagram type shit. So I was like, okay, if I remove the comments, these guys aren't only gonna get even more mad, they're gonna think that I'm like scared or like this frail little guy that is hurt. You know what I mean? But nah. I love seeing the comments, the good comments, people that are actually informed, more educated, saying that I didn't break the law, because I didn't.
Somehow I seriously doubt the people who are actually educated were the ones that were agreeing with him on that video. Case in point, because he actually did break the law. He has black covers on his taillights. That is in fact breaking the law, which he knows he doesn't want to admit, but he knows he will pay a fine for it. I would put money on the fact that he has been pulled over for equipment violations before, and that's where all of this starts, is he puts money into putting aftermarket parts on that shitty little Honda that he drives, and he gets pulled over for it because he either A, doesn't check local laws, or B, knows that when he gets pulled over, he's going to have a reason to whine and cry and play the victim, because that's what this type of person likes to do. They have to be victim, there has to be tyranny, because there has to be someone else responsible for the shitty state that their life is in. There is no amount of education that is going to fix stupid, because you can't fix stupid. You can educate ignorance, you can't fix stupid. I find it incredibly hilarious he turned the comments off, because, again, like we see with so many of these people, they cannot take criticism, they cannot stand when people express their opinion, which makes the fact that all of their posturizing about this being about the First Amendment is absolutely... Now, I do happen to find it incredibly hilarious that he turned off the comments on that original video because he could not stand the criticism. He could not stand hearing people tell him that he was wrong. So much for freedom of speech, girly.
The whole distracted driving thing. Come on, bro. Like, first off, you're whispering into your microphone so you don't wake up your parents. 2, a majority of the things that you say are actually wrong. And I get it. Like, you have an audience to please. You have this huge reputation for yourself. I get it, man. I have nothing at stake here. I'm fighting for my rights. I'm fighting for my liberties. I have the right to flip off a cop driving by, without being retaliated against, okay? The cop, had I never given him the finger, would have never pulled me over, okay? I didn't want the attention. I don't want the money. I don't care about the money, okay? I don't give a fuck about that. I wanted to point out a bad cop the same day I put a complaint on him. His supervisor ended up calling me, asking me about the details. I explained to him everything, that he needs extensive training, and he even agreed with me that there are such things as retaliatory stops. Like, I get it. There's ignorance out there, and there will and always will be people that will tear you down and try to, get at you any chance you get to try to judge you, only because they're sheep. Like, you got to understand that there are sheep out there for real. They will just listen to any woke person, you know what I mean? But if you're genuinely up there and you're actually intelligent, you're studying, you're getting educated, you continue your foundation of learning, then of course you're going to be more knowledgeable in certain things. And I know my rights. I have the Trifold, nor have I used it, but I have it there for emergencies. You guys say that I have the Trifold because I'm a diehard Chille fan, and I will
do you burn in hell, and I hope your kids get bone cancer. I think you're horrible. You're horrible people. You're just disgusting. There's no other way to see it. You know, you're bad people.
I will go to the ends of earth for Chille. No, dude. No. Chille's in jail, okay, till August, till the end of August. I am not Chille, okay? I'm me. I am...
You don't have to be Chille. The very fact you follow him reflects badly on you, on your intelligence and on your character. This is a man who wished bone cancer on children because their parents didn't agree with him. He is a vile human being, and the fact you can willingly support him says a lot. Says a lot about you. Do you know who they call the grandfather of the frauditing movement? It's a man named Earl David Warden, who's currently serving 20 years in prison for his own daughter. You ever heard of Texas Sheepdog? Do you know how many frauditors have violent criminal histories? And this is the group that you want to listen to for legal advice. So he has some cases cited in the description box of his original video that, let's be honest here, he has not read. Because if he has read them, they wouldn't be in his description box because he would know they don't relate to his situation in the slightest. But I can tell you what happened. What happened is he went to the Google and he typed in police officer flip off case. He hit enter, and this is what came up. So Cohen versus California is going to come up with pretty much any search for First Amendment related activities you do because it was a landmark case in the 70s for the First Amendment. Guy walks into a courthouse with wrapped on the back of his jacket. He gets arrested for disorderly conduct, and it is later overturned by the Supreme Court, saying that it was freedom of expression or freedom of speech. Very simple, does not relate to his case in the slightest because he was not arrested or charged or cited for disorderly conduct. He was not cited for flipping the cop off, if that actually even happened. I actually still have doubts about that because we don't see any of that. All we have is this moron's video saying that he flipped the cop off and that's why he was pulled over when he wasn't cited for it. He was cited for his illegal vehicle modifications. One of these is a Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals case that has to do with disorderly conduct, where the court actually upheld the city's ordinance on disorderly conduct, saying that it was not unconstitutional. So I know he didn't read that one. Commonwealth versus Kelly, this had to do with a woman who decided to flip off a public worker and say F you when she was asked to move her car. So this wasn't even a police officer. This was like public works. This was like a utility guy working on the street. And this dumb bitch just decides, no, you can't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad. And flipped him off. She got a $25 ticket for it. The ticket was actually tossed out of court, and it was because of one reason. That city's ordinance on disorderly conduct required the language to be obscene. And in their definition of obscene, it required it to be sexual. They decided it was not sexual in that context, and the ticket was tossed out. But again, nothing to do with a retaliatory officer stop. So why is it there? And also, does he think that these cases apply in Washington state? Because they don't, except Cohen versus California, because that was a Supreme Court case. But none of these other cases do. The last one in there is the only one that has to do with a retaliatory officer stop. And this guy actually pulled the woman over twice. He got done with the traffic stop, she flipped him off, and he pulled her over again right away. So that is a case of a retaliatory stop. But his is not. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you would like to see. I don't know that there's any saving this one. I will catch you on the next one.